Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on CAD GPY? Now let's start our analysis from the monthly time frame. Now on the monthly time frame of CAD GPY, we can see that currently we have a market that is stuck. In fact, we have very strong monthly support at this level, which is now again support here, which is exactly the level from which the market started the retracement, but at the same time, we also have monthly resistance at this area, so previous support here now turned resistance at this zone. What we can also notice is that this monthly candle has still 4 hours to go before it closes, and if it will close green, possibly even a little bit higher, we will have the possibility to see the market filling in the wick, which is a pattern that I spoke about many times, also on YouTube. Now, if we go down on the weekly time frame, what we can see now from a weekly perspective, if you remember, we had spoken about CAD-JPY after market had created this W formation, because the W formation had the completion zone exactly at the previous support here, now turn resistance. So we definitely expected from here to see the market make this move to the downside, which the market has now provided to go and test the neckline. So it has perfectly completed the W formation exactly as we wanted it to do. And what we can expect from here is to at least see the market reject the zone a little bit to the upside, okay? Possibly also filling in the wick on the monthly. So both weekly and daily show a possible rejection of this area. Now, if we go and take our Fibonacci on the impulse, that as you know is what you're supposed to be doing if you want to measure the retracement, we can see that the market already rejected the 0.618. Possibly it can test the zone again before showing a decent retracement. And then, yes, we want to see overall the continuation to the downside. But first, we would like to see a shift away from this area, so a slight leg to the upside. If we go down on the daily time frame, now on the daily time frame, what we can see on the daily, we can see that we have clear demand at this zone. In fact, in all this impulse to the upside, there is one candle which is not related to the move, which is this red candle here, which was resistance at this area, was turned support here, and again support at this zone. In all this previous resistance here is now turned support here, and the market is still holding the area. However, if we go down on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that currently everything is still pushing to the downside. So there is absolutely no way to be looking for a long yet on this pair. Let's go and see what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, what big banks and institutions are currently doing in the market. From a CAD perspective, we can see that in the long term, we had a clear shift from plus 38K net positions all the way down to minus 35K net positions. So we went from having way more longs than shorts on the CAD to having way more shorts than longs. However, what we can see with the last reports is a clear transition higher from minus 35K to minus 25K, because what basically we had a clear increase of we had a clear decrease of the short positions. So basically hedge funds have been closing their shorts on the CAD inside of this area, therefore bringing the net positions higher. However, what we don't see is that they didn't add any longs. So we went from 58K shorts to 45K shorts. So they closed their shorts on the CAD. However, we don't see proper longing, at least yet. So inside of this area, they're still not adding longs. And that is not good, because we want to see them add some longs in order to be making the move to the upside that we want to see. And if we go and see what we have from a GPY perspective, what we can see is that currently we have 21K shorts and 43K longs. So net positions at 22K from the 35K that we had. So we have seen a slight decrease in the strength of the GPY in the short term, which is good for a possible move to the upside of CAD JPY. So as I was saying, how we will be approaching this with students. At the moment, there is obviously no opportunity to be looking for longs. In fact, if everything will remain like this, the market will easily break this zone to the downside, and obviously we will have to adjust to the new market structure. But if things change, okay, during next week trading sessions, and the market from a 4-hour perspective shifts from a bearish market to a bullish market, then with students we will add CAD JPY on watchlist, and we will be looking for a nice long with a good probability and good risk to reward for a shift away of the zone. But first, we need to see proper confirmations on the 4 hours, because if everything remains like this, the market will easily break to the downside. So as usual, be reactive and not predictive. At the moment, there is the possibility to see this shift to the upside for the reasons that we just spoke about, but they haven't been adding longs on the CAD yet. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.